Okay, guys. Hey, today's Thursday, February 20th. We're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm not here today, so you're watching this video. We're not going to worry about the top of this piece. Now, we're going to work in the packet, and then the homework is going to be an additional different set of papers because I want to give you some more reps. But you are going to be allowed to use your calculator, and I expect you to show your work. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get started here with this deal today. Okay. All right. So, all right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to find the area of a triangle here, okay? And our formula to find the area of a triangle, and let me pull this up. We're going to start with triangle 1 is, all right, the formula is area is 1/2 the base times the height, right? So we can see clearly here that a triangle is half of a rectangle, and that's where the half comes in. So I'm going to type in 1/2 times the base, and if I count across there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times the height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And if I take 5 times 7 is 35, all right? And half of 35 is 17.5, and that's units square. Okay, and let's circle that. Okay. Area is 1/2 the base times the height. We have our base. Our base is 3.5. We have our height. There's the box, which makes it perpendicular, is 2. If I plug all that into my calculator, and I'm going to save you a little bit of time, all right, we're going to end up with 3.5 meters square. And let's circle that. Okay? This formula is important. Let's take a peek at number 3. Area is 1/2 times the base times the height. You see, when we have letters and numbers side by side, that means to multiply. Actually, half is the coefficient, right? So it's 1/2 times the base of 14 times the height of 16, and that will give us the area. We're not using the slanted heights here. And if we plug that in, we get 112 inches square. And don't forget to put a period after the inches, right? Okay, so finding the area of a triangle, right? Let's flip the page and keep rolling here. Okay, next up, all right, is the area of a trapezoid, okay? Now, a trapezoid is a trapezoid. It is itself, right? And we could decompose this and break this down and find the area of this, but it's easier just to know the formula, right? And that's what they're wanting us to do, decompose. You know, if we split this up, we would have one triangle, two triangles, and then we would have a third figure, which is a square. Here, this is a trapezoid. This is parallel to this. We would have one triangle and a rectangle. And I said this was a square earlier. It was actually a rectangle. But anyway, we could break this down, find the area of this, find the area of this, find the area of this, and add them all together. But that's not what we want to do. We want to make it a little bit easier, all right? A trapezoid is one or two triangles and a rectangle combined. To find the area, we're going to use this formula. You ready? Area equals 1/2 times the parenthesis. And we're going to take base 1, and we're going to add base 2, and we're going to multiply it by the height. So go ahead and write that down. Okay? So B1, base 1, all right? Base 1 is the length of the first base. So if I was to look at this trapezoid here, this would be considered base 1. Base 2 would be the length of the second base. And those just mean to copy down what's above it. So there's no reason to write that. H is the height of the trapezoid. So if we were to plug these numbers in, here's base 1, here's base 2, and here's the height of the trapezoid. And remember, it has to be perpendicular to each other, okay? Okay, so let's take a peek at this. Formula, write it down, okay? Number 1, let me pull this up. There you are. All right, formula is area is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. 1/2 parenthesis. We have to add these first, right? So we have 13 plus the other base is 7 times the height of 4. We want to use that number, not the slanted height. So if you plug all that into your calculator, okay, if you plug all that into your calculator, 20, half a, you're going to end up getting 40 inches square. And that's the space that this covers. Okay? All right, very good. Very good. Let's take a peek at number 2. All right, let's plug in our formula here. Area is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Plug in your values. 1/2. The height is 3.2. There it is. I don't know why I put that there. I apologize. We don't want that. I got ahead of myself. All right. Base 1 is 9 plus base 2 is 5 times the height of 3.2. It actually would have worked that way, but we need to write it correctly, right? So we could actually do it this way, kind of mentally, right? 9 plus 5 is 14. Half of 14 is 7. 7 times 3.2 would be 22 4/10 meters square. And again, that's the space, if I wanted to paint this, would be it, right? Okay. Number 3. Betsy has calculated the area of the figure to be 52 centimeters square. Determine if she is correct or incorrect. Okay. Formula, 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. I like to write the formulas down. The repetition is good for my mind. So 1/2 base 1 is 8. Base 2 is 5. The height clearly is 4. Okay. Watch how I can do this one, right? 8 plus 5 is 13. Half of 4 is 2. 2 times 13 is 26. So the area of this is 26 centimeters square. All right? They had 52. It's actually 26. Betsy forgot to take half of it, and that was the issue, right? That was the issue. Okay, not too bad so far. Just staying organized, using your calculator certainly is fine. Let's continue on number 4. The trapezoid, they're giving us the area. What is the height? So what is that piece right there? So if you remember, we did this with parallelograms. So let's write our formula down. Area is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2, and we're looking for the height, okay? Let's write in what we know. I know I have the area of 192. 1/2 is constant. That is meaning that it's in the formula, okay? I know what base 1 is. Base 1 is 18. And I know what base 2 is 14, and I'm looking for that h, that x, what I called it, right? So what I'm going to do here is simplify all of this side. I'm going to rewrite that down. So 18 plus 14 is 32. Half of 32 is 16h. I added these two and I took half of it. right? That's all I did. Now, we have a simple equation where I could balance beam and divide both sides by 16. H comes down. 192 divided by 16 is 12 inches. It's not square inches because we already have the area. That is the height. So H is 12 inches. And instead of AX, let me put H there. Okay. So that's a good lesson to work backwards there. Okay. Okay. What I want you to do the rest of the period, let's talk about this. Okay. We're not doing this. This is not enough reps. Okay, so we're not doing that. What we are going to do, okay, is this, right? So you can look right here. It's going to be a review of yesterday and work today. So I've put the formulas here. You're going to plug them in and find the area and label. I put the formula here for a trapezoid. You're going to plug them in and label and find the area. The other sheet, which is on the other side of this page, all right, the top part I took off. But the bottom part, here's the formula. You're going to find the area of these parallelograms and squares and rectangles and even a rhombus there, right? So we're going to find the area of that, all right? This is your homework for tonight. The teacher, the sub has it up front, and it's actually there in the basket, so when you're done, you can just grab one. Okay? All right, guys, have a good day. I'll see you Friday.